Hello everyone, I am Akash Rajpuria. We are starting the second session of this series in which we are going to prepare for interview. So we are starting with very basic questions. I have already uploaded one video of 10 questions. Solve that 10 questions, write your score in comment section and keep a track of how you are improving it. Today is the next set again, but this from now we are going to have five questions every YouTube video. So let's directly move to our screen. Okay, so we have the set of questions ready. Okay, I'm going to play that one by one and let's see how many of you can solve it. So it would be like very easy. Some of you feel that very easy. You can just write your score 5 out of 5, whatever the score is. Okay, so let's get started here. But for many of you, this would be very new. So don't get upset if you cannot solve it. You would have a lot of practice questions with me. So here is the first question. Write a program that accepts a sequence of comma separated numbers from user and generate. Okay, we need to make this markdown. Yeah, and generate a list and tuple of those numbers. So, okay, so like this it is. Now we don't need go to editor here. This would be our sample data and this would be the output for it. Okay, so let's try and see how to do that. First, we would accept the input from a user. So n, you can write here n equals to. So input from a user input, we would specifically mention that enter your numbers, comma separated. So you mentioned that like you have seen this many times, like write your entries, comma separated, semi-comma separated. Like this, we are giving the complete instruction to the user. The moment we get the values in n, now we just need to convert that because it would be basically in format of string. Now you know that if we have a string, like for example, a comma b comma c, we can use dot split function. I have explained you in my sessions. Okay, I would put the playlist link below. You can watch that afterwards. Split function would split it like this, and it would be automatically converted to list. So split is that major hero function that do this conversion. You should know about that function. So we would just use here split. Okay, that is n dot split because we want to split the n now. So n dot split. Inside that we would write a comma. Okay, and then we can store that in L1, that is the list. Let's try that first. We are getting the results or not. So it would ask me the numbers and I would enter this number same. Yes, see, I got the exact list as wanted. So now I can print the list in the same way. Print, this is my list. Okay, as expected, we are just printing it like this, what it is mentioned in the question. So this is my list, comma, L1. Same way, if you want tuple, I would just write here, instead of list, I would write here tuple. Okay, and I would write here tuple tuple. That's it. So it would be converted into an tuple. So you can give again the same input here, comma separated, and see exactly we got the answer that we want with list and tuple. So that was the first question. Okay, it was very simple and basic, but you should know the split function, how it works. Now the second question, write a program that accepts the file name from the user and print the extension of that file. Again, we don't need to go to editor. This all questions are taken from internet just to make you practice. So write a program to accept a file name. Okay, it can be any file name, .png, .jpj. If you open any file, you would see that. So for example, if I open up any, so ipynb, you can see that .ipynb is written under here. So every file would have the extension .ipynb. Check that. So this is the extension which is given here. Same way, if you have a PNG, your text file is there, .txt, document file is there, .dox. So we want to extract which exactly the file is. It can be used in many industry scenarios where you can check if a user has uploaded a proper file or not. So we can just simply check that. Again, we are taking an input from a user. See, understand, before coding, think twice and then code it. Do not use your code to think. First, the solution should be in the mind that, okay, always the file extension, that is .java, .png, it is always at the end and after dot. So like we used a split function here for comma, we can use a split function here for dot. Now let's try that. So we would take the input from a user, let's say n1 equals to input, enter your file name. The user would enter that. Now I would just do here n1 dot split. Okay, now you can split it on dot. So I would write here dot. Okay, now we will store that in variable. Let's say variable equals to this. Let's try to run this and first see whether we are getting the results or not. I see it is asking me the file name, so I would give ABC Java. Now see, when I did ABC Java, I got the split here. Like basically, you know that split function, it would just cut this from here. So Java got separated, ABC got separated. Now I do not want ABC here. Okay. All the time, just think for a logical scenario. What is programming? Just thinking of the logical situation there. Always your extension, whether it is your image, whether it is your text file, always it would be at the last. And the last index you can get just by putting here -1. That's it. So your task is done, and now you would always get the output that you want. So in this way, you can do it. Same way you can try with another file name. Let's say if I give here image dot, okay, I would just give here j.png. Let's say Jay has uploaded his image, so we would get the PNG format for it. So this is how you can check the file extension. It's very simple and very useful. Let's see the third question. Write a Python program that accepts integer n. Now guys, one more thing, you first practice it before seeing the solution. After seeing the solution, everything would seem very simple. So first you practice it, pause this video, solve it, and then see the solution for it. Okay, this is once again, and in every video I'm going to say that. Okay, it is very important that you practice it. See, after seeing the solution, everything would seem okay. Only 3 lines are required. Out of that, 1 line is just input line. So practice it right now. Stop the video and just try to write this on your own, and same way write this on your own. Okay, now see, this is also very cool. Write a program that accepts an integer and computes the value n plus n plus n, n plus n and n. Now, here the n is 5. So they want us to do 5 plus 5, 5. See, if n is 5, n would be 5, 5. And n would be 5, 5, 5. Okay, they want me to basically add this 5, 5c. They want us to add this. So 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, and 5. If you add that, that is 15. Okay, that is 10, 11, and 615. See, the answer is 615. So you want to do this. Again, do not use your code to think. First think and then code. Remember this golden statement. Do not use your code to think. Now the thing is very simple. You have here n. You first need to make here n. That would you already have. Then you need to make nn, and then you need to make n, n, and n. Now this also you have done in your past. Let me show you how you have done it. So basically we would take the input from a user. We would not write it once again. I would just enter your number. I would say here, that is, enter your number. Okay, and we would store that in n. Now imagine that we got 5 in n. Definitely the input is always a string. Okay, so I can create here nn equals to n plus n. Then I can create n equals to n plus nn. Okay, and at the last I can just print here nn plus nn plus n. Okay, We can convert this to integer also. That is also very much fine. Okay, I would show you both the things so that you can understand very well what's happening. We would go it step by step as well, but first let me run this code. So if I enter 5, see, I do not got the answer. Let's see what happened here. Let's try to understand what mistake I made here. So basically I got 5 here in n. Okay, let's step by step understand it, guys. It is very important to understand the mistake so that you can learn it. It is not like that in first go you would get the right answer. See, I got the wrong answer. Let's understand what mistake that is there. That is a good program. So n equals to 5. Then I did here nn equals to, this is string concatenation, so it would become 55. And in nnn, it was n plus nn, that is 55 plus 5, that is 555. So we got our first step perfectly done. There is no mistake in that. You can print nnn and see the output. It is 555. So everything up till now is super cool. The main problem arises here. After this, the main problem arises. Let's see that. I would not remove this code so that afterwards you can have a look at it. So now see, after that, what happened? This was up till now, all the strings was there. Now I did again string concatenation. This is not addition. So what happened? 555, then 55, and then 5. See, exactly same answer you got. 555, 55, and 5. So it is just concatenated. We need to convert that to integer. Okay, so you can convert them to integer here itself. Or basically before making a print statement, you can convert everything to an integer like this. Integer of n, integer of double n, and integer of triple n. Simple as that. So we understood first the problem and then we solved it. Now see, we would get the perfect answer here. So in this way, do it step by step. Do not assume that in the first go you would get the answer. Okay, so like this you can make mistake. You are free to make it. Now the next question is create a calculator. This is also very simple. Let's create it. You would write here a function name. Okay, this is def calculator. Okay, inside that I would accept from user like in number 1, comma number 2, and what operation he wants to perform. Okay, whatever operations he wants to perform, like OP we would write here. Now I would just do here if OP equals plus. Okay, or we can just use here add. Okay, let me show you that. So then I would return n1 plus n2, else if OP equals subtract. Okay, let's copy this so that we don't need to keep writing it all the stuff. First I would write it, then I would explain you. So we are making a small calculator of addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. So first operation is addition, second is subtraction. Okay, then the third one is, let's make the third one as multiplication. Okay, and the fourth one is division. Okay, so it's very simple. Now let's try to run this and then I'm going to explain you this. So our calculator is made without any error. Now in this calculator, I can give 2 values. So let's run the test case here. So I would just write here print, and inside that calculator, and my first number is 4,5, and then I'm doing here addition. So in this way, we would do all the things, like we would do here subtraction, we would do here multiplication, and we would do here division. Let's try and see what answer we get. Okay, you can take different numbers. Let's say for subtraction, I take 14 minus 5. Multiplication is cool. And here I take 20 divided by 5. So let's run this. And now see, we got the answers. 5 plus 4 is 9. Okay, 14 minus 5 is 9. 5 fours are 20 and 20 divided by 5 is 4. So now understand how I made this calculator. Simple, I am asking user to, now this, what is this def function? I have explained that in my series. I would give you the link. Follow that if you don't know it. Then I have used here a simple stuff. I would check here the operator. Now, if that operator is add, it would return the addition. If it is subtract, it would return the subtraction. Now, here we are using else if. Remember, I said you that only when one condition is possible. Remember the same episode which I have explained you, that when the gold, okay, this example with a very beautiful story, I have explained this else if and if. When the gold is present just behind one door, like in this example, only one operation at a time you can perform, like addition you can perform or subtraction. You cannot do both of them together, or both of them is not right at the same time. So we use else if when there is a gold behind only one door. So like, see, the moment the computer has understand it is add, it never needs to check the next condition. So that is the reason else if is written here. That saves your computer time. Same way, if it is subtraction, you get subtraction. If it is multiplication, you get multiplication. If it is division, you get division. But if a person enters something else, let's say he enters a modulus sign. Okay, now our calculator is not that big enough to do the modulus, and you would get invalid operator. So in this way, you can check all the test cases like this. I hope this is very much clear. Let's see the last problem for today. You try this again, have a break, and try to solve this. Write a Python program to get newly generated string from a given string, where is has been added in front. Now, whatever the string is, we want to add is in front of it. Imagine that if people are entering the name, let's say Rajesh, so I would just give the output is Rajesh. Okay, you might have played this type of games a lot in your school days, like adding a word before a picture name. Okay, like all that games, it is somewhat like that. And if it is always is there, is all already the is there, then don't change it. So we first need an input from a user. So we would use our input stuff. So input, enter your string. Okay. And then I would just store that in N1. No problem in that. Then I'm going to check if, now this is very cool. See that. If N1 dot starts with. Now this is a new function. You might have not heard about it. Okay. So let's read about it. You can use help str dot starts with. If you know about it, that's very good. Now start with, just check exactly the same thing. If something is starting with a particular character or alphabet or something like that. So returns true if it starts with, if S starts with a specified prefix. So for example, this is very useful. I want to find out all the PhD holders. Okay, in a given list, I want to find all the PhD holders. So every PhD holder would have doctor in front of it. So I can use this name. So name dot starts with, and I can check if it starts with the doctor stuff. So if it starts with doctor, you would return true in that. So that's exactly what I'm doing here. N1 dot starts with, and I'm checking that is it starting with is. Okay, now see that is mentioned here, capital I and small s. So I'm doing exactly the same thing. If N1 starts with is, in that case, I want to do nothing. So I would just use here pass. In the else case, okay, now not pass, see, return the string unchanged if it's already start with is. So I would return here. Okay, I would just return here N1 itself, if it is already starting with is. But if it is not starting with is, what I'm going to do is I would just use is, and then I would add N1 to it. So again, string concatenation, simple concept. I would just use here return. That's it. Okay, now I would put everything inside a function. So def, okay, what is the function name here? Let's give it check, something like that, check, and inside that n1. Okay, and we will put everything inside a function. So now we would run this. It would ask us a string. Let's give that is Rajesh. Okay, so we need to call that function as well. We have not called it. So let's call that function. So is Rajesh, let's try this. So we got is Rajesh once again. That's great. Let's try with another input. And this time I'm going to give, yes, let's do one thing. Always instead of check n1, we would also keep this down. Okay, so it would again ask me the input, and this time I would just give here hello and see it has converted to is hello. So this was all the 5 things. Let me know in comment section how was your response in that, like out of 5, how much you got. If you are really practicing with the series, stay connected, share this with someone else so that you would be also a part in someone else's success story. Okay, if you need more complex question, comment that. If you need more simple question, comment that. If you need anything, just comment that. Thank you so much. We will meet in the next video. Till then, keep smiling, keep smiling.